to the Final Four.
I got a vision I see in my head, a melody buried deep into my soul. They call us crazy, we cutting the edge, unlocking the future and letting it go. This is a calling that's higher. The time we decided our stories are gonna be told. This is where legends are born. We paving the road, a future that favors the bold. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Yeah, greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness, yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. Not to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. Something coming, I can feel it. Deep down in my spirit. Revolution, it's a new day. Time to redefine the limits. So vivid, I can see it. So loud, I can hear it. So they calling me a madman, but the future belongs to the fearless. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Woo! Greatness, yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. Not to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness. Yeah. Woo! Greatness.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you were here for the girls' game, welcome back. If you're just joining us, welcome to what should be a very good matchup between the West Forsyth Wolverines and the Sequoia Chiefs. As we get ready for some starting lineups, Max, I'll throw it over to you for those.
Of course, this is going to be a great game. I mean, West Forsyth record, it might not be going how they planned, but they have a couple stars on this team. Not a team that the Chiefs can just pass up easily. The starters for the West Forsyth Wolverines, number 2, Braden Halloran. Number 22, Sam Carter, the senior. Number 24, Brandon Goldberger, the 5'11 senior. Number 33, Derek Pepin, the 6-foot senior.
Whose sister we saw on the girls' team.
Yeah, I was thinking that same thing. I think his sister is one of the star players on the Lady Wolverines team, and that's big. Number 44, Banks Willoughby, 6'5 junior, a beast down low.
And now for the Sequoia starting lineup. Number 0, Preston Parker. Sequoia's star player and main shooter. Leader in points per game. There's number 2, Tyson Darby. Also a senior. The star sophomore, Brendan Tusing now, most points on the year for Sequoia. He's having a great breakout season on varsity. There's number 10, Tyler Hammond, the senior. The dual threat for Sequoia. And finally, number 23, Stephen Galvin. So usual 5 for Coach Alan Carden against the West Forsyth Wolverines. You know, Max, yeah, West Forsyth does have a lot of good players. They're 7-12 is their record right now, 1-4 in region. They actually won their region last year, and they started off this season pretty solidly, but they're 9-1 in their last 10, so they've been on a really bad stretch. But they'd like to get back in it against the Chiefs here for a nice Saturday evening matchup.
And they're coming off a game, of last night. They just played their rival, South Forsyth. And in that game, they had 24 total turnovers. So one thing the Chiefs want to take advantage of is definitely going to be any errant passes, anything they can turn the ball over with, because that can easily spiral, as we saw last night for the Wolverines, into a interesting game.
And the Chiefs will look to the likes of Tyler Hammond and Tyson Darby to be that defensive side of the ball to force those West Forsyth turnovers. As Preston Parker has the ball now. Gives it to Tyler Hammond, his favorite spot to shoot from over there at the high post. Now Tusing now. He had a quiet game. Last game we saw him against River Ridge. I think he only had 7 points. When the game before Creekview, he popped off for, I think it was 22 or 23. As the shot clock's already at 7. Preston Parker for 3. And that one rattles out. Rebound's got by Banks Willoughby.
And fantastic rebounding by Willoughby there on the first play. His technique and fundamentals that he has mastered on that rebounding is very obvious. Great player.
Now Goldberger swings it out to Elson. Now Goldberger for 3, and he puts that one up. And it's a switch, so the first points of the game go to West Forsyth. And Tyler Hammond has that one now. Sam Carter is guarding him. Preston Parker at the top now. Hammond over on that post near the bleachers. Back to Parker now. He drives inside, puts one up, or tries putting one up. And he gets sent to the line for his first shots from the free throw line.
That's Derek Pippen with the foul, his first.
.6:45 left to go in the first quarter. Preston Parker makes his first shot, so it's 3-1 lead for the Wolverines. And he drains the next one. So just a 1-point lead after that early three-pointer from Goldberger. Now Sequoia putting on the press a little bit. And Braden Holleran has the ball. Now it's in the corner with Sam Carter. Back to Holleran now. Wolverines just swinging it around the court, looking for an open man, looking for an opportunity. And there's one with Goldberger for three again. He's 2 for 2 already. He's got 6 on the night. Just under, or just past 2 minutes. And there's Tyler Hammond who answers. He can be a big three-point weapon for Sequoia Max.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of games where Tyler Hammond comes alive from outside the arc. The Chiefs are going to need that with how Goldberger and the Wolverines are playing right now. Physical drive.
Yeah, nice basket from Pepin. You know, Sam Carter was there all alone in the corner, but, you know, Wolverines creating options for themselves early. There's Tyler Hammond with the ball again from the same spot. He just made that three. Now Galvin and Parker switch.
And we haven't seen many attempts at drives. Maybe that Parker drive, because Willoughby is just a statue down there in the middle. It's hard. It's going to be hard to drive on him.
Tyler Hammond in the corner, and he puts one up, no good. And the shot clock was winding down for Sequoia, but now it's Wolverines' ball. They lead 8-5, 5:15 left to go in the first quarter of play. Goldberger with the ball. He's at the top of the key. Again, he's already at 6 points. Now Willoughby, a tip by Preston Parker, goes to himself. Sequoia 3-on-3, and he'll dish it back out to Tusing now. Galvin thinking about popping a quick three, instead steps inside for a mid-range jumper. And the Wolverines lead once again, cut to just 1. Sequoia drawing ever closer.
And the man they're playing right now, they were playing kind of a zone, but the man they're playing right now is working against West Forsyth.
4.5 minutes to go. Goldberger gets the ball that just hit off of his leg. Manages to keep possession. Now there's Pepin who drives inside but gets tripped up. And Tyler Hammond's going to be called for the foul. Holleran inbounds the ball. A down low pass to Quinn Elson, and he puts that up off the glass. Now Parker the other way. Quick three-point attempt, and that's no good. He gets his own rebound, drives inside, tries putting it up, but it bounces off the rim. Now back the other way for the Wolverines.
And you don't see that often for Parker. Just a simple miss layup, had the look, just not going his way right now.
Driving inside is Carter. It gets passed around a couple times. An open three attempt from Pepin is no good. It bounces off the side of the rim, goes out of bounds. 3:41 left to go, 10-7 Wolverines. Wolverines haven't lost the lead since they got it after the first point of the game. It was a three-pointer from Brandon Goldberger. Preston Parker dribbles across the logo. Sequoia players running around trying to create options. There's Parker, fires it out to Galvin. Galvin tries going inside. He's double teamed though. Now Tuzing now at the top of the key, dribbles inside himself. Has to pick the ball up off the ground. Now Darby swings it over to Parker.
And they cannot get any looks right now. This defense from West Forsyth, this man is really working.
Yeah, it's very tight defense. And Galvin tries to get the ball and dives after it.
And they try to do a little elevator screen there, but the West Forsyth Wolverines broke right through that. I believe that was Holleran. Read that play like a book.
3:07 left to go in the first quarter. Still 10-7. West Forsyth on top. West Forsyth in their navy uniforms. Sequoia in their regular white uniforms with yellow stripes down the side with the flat on the back. Logan Parrott comes in for Tyler Hammond. Hammond just that 1 3-pointer, his only points of the game. Now down low, there's Willoughby, who draws a call. 2:51 left to go. Now Hammond coming right back on, so just about a 15-second break there for him.
That's Willoughby and Carter off the floor, in for Maynard and Grayson Smith. Maynard has had a couple great games recently. Great player down low and even from outside the arc.
Darby picks up the ball off the floor. Chucks it down to Parker on the other end of the court. Now Parrott to Hammond, then Parker again. Parker inside. Now Darby, backdoor layup is no good. Doesn't get it to fall as Holleran has it the other way now. Wolverines working in motion. Nice passing around Sequoia defense, but Hammond gets a loose ball. Galvin has the ball, switches with Parrott. Now Parrott switches with Hammond. Hammond putting on some dribbles. In the corner, there's Galvin. Oh, wow, nice layup from Galvin.
Beautiful move.
And he gets the and one.
And he was up there in the air for a while, too.
Yeah.
Great hops by Galvin.
That was a nice freeze frame there, and that's the first points in a couple minutes, 10-9. Broke the lead, or broke the scoring from 10-7 to 14 remaining in the first quarter.
So that's Brandon Holleran comes off the floor for Lachlan Povens.
And Galvin misses the and one attempt. Miscommunication between Damerel and Smith, but they do retain possession. And Grayson Smith inbounds it to Lachlan Povens. Povens to Damerel. Maynard was open there, but it was tipped, so Parker and Parrott stepped up. Now Parrott and Galvin double teaming.
They're double teaming nonstop.
Yeah,
right
they
now.
are. That's leaving Wolverines players open, and there's a 2-point attempt from one of those open players. It does not fall, but an intercepted pass from Grayson Smith as he controls the ball. Down the floor, and there's a call that goes against Sequoia. Coach Carden is not a fan.
Yeah, Parker, it almost seemed like his feet were planted, but obviously the ref down on the baseline saw something different. Hit the floor hard, too.
Refs having a little bit of a conversation here, and they had originally said that it was a foul against Tyler Hammond, but he does change it to Preston Parker. Tyler Hammond was not even in the vicinity of the play. So 1:35 left to go. 10-9, a low-scoring one so far.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone likes that, that's West Forsyth. They really only score about 50 points a game. 53, that is. They would like a low-scoring affair to take control of this one.
Max, one thing I've noticed about the Wolverines is they have really creative and tight passing.
Yeah. And very tight windows. Yeah, exactly right.
Refs having another conference just to make sure they call the right guy on the foul.
They said 25. We do have it.
And that ball's inbounded, but Chase Damerel's not paying attention. It goes all the way on the other end. Tyler Hammond and Tyson Darby are there, and they call a travel against Wolverines, so a favorable turnover for Sequoia. Damerl there was just not paying any attention. The inbounded ball was intended for him, ended up rolling all the way to the other end of the court. Parker gets that one. 117, still 10-9. Now Parrott, there's nobody down low. Hammond fills that spot. Parker with a spin move. He's got to get the ball out though. Hammond now, jumper from free throw range, and he makes that one. He's at 5 for the night. And less than a minute to go now. Sequoia with their first lead of the game, 11-10, after Wolverines have been in charge since the opening seconds.
And the Chiefs continually trying to trap, double team these Wolverines.
And inside drive from Grayson Smith is no good. A couple putback attempts by Maynard are also no good.
That defense from Galvin on that first shot was the ideal textbook defense you can do when you're a shorter player guarding a bigger guy. His hands were straight up, barely moving. Fantastic defense from Stephen Galvin.
5-second difference between the shot clock and the play clock. Galvin dishes that to Darby. Nice job by Galvin dribbling inside, attracting defenders, and Darby was just sitting there by himself waiting for the ball. And he puts it in to extend Sequoia's lead to 3 now. 13-10, less than 20 seconds left to go. And some conversations between the referee. I think it's about the shot clock, although there shouldn't be one, considering there's only 17 seconds left to play in the quarter. And Darby with a nice tip away, but it does go off of him last. So the Wolverines will get another chance to inbound it. 14.1 seconds. And that ball is inbounded to Holleran. Holleran still has it now. And there's a three-point attempt from Damerl. Bounces off the back of the iron. 3 seconds left. Sequoia will get the last shot if they play it correctly. There's Parrott. Oh, that three looked good from here. It was on line just a little heavy. So, Max, Sequoia got the lead for the first time in the last minute and a half, and they still have it. It's just a three-point lead, though, so what can the Wolverines do to get back in it?
I mean, as you said, their tight passing through the tight windows was really what wowed me. I think just near the end there, Sequoia kind of altered their defense a little bit, but they kind of got a little bit more sloppy with their passes. They let loose a couple passes, and they're shooting down low. Just the defense from Sequoia stepped up from that first half of the first quarter. It honestly wowed me how Stephen Galvin pressured the big guy Maynard down low really well. That kind of describes how Sequoia is playing. Really tight defense, really trapping really well. Wolverines just need to get more ball movement, like you said, going, and their shots just have to start falling soon.
Yeah, Max, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, West Forsythe's passing was very creative, very quick. But when Sequoia started putting on the double team, they just tightened those windows of opportunity that the Wolverines had, and that proved to be, good for Sequoia. Wolverines weren't able to respond to that. So we'll see what their coach said to them in between quarters as 8 fresh minutes are put on the clock for the second quarter. Sequoia starts the quarter with a 3-point lead. We'll see what West Forsyth can do to respond to that. Holleran has that. Him and Smith exchange a couple passes. There's Darby, but Willoughby quickly gets on it before it can be counted as a turnover. Max, you said West Forsyth had 24 turnovers in their game last night. That's not a stat they want to repeat here in the War Lodge. 7:37 left to go. Povens over to Maynard, who tries a three from the same spot he missed one earlier, and it's the same result as the first time. There's Parrott for three. Quick little shot there from him, and he'll extend Sequoia's lead to 6. And he gets on into the scoring action for Sequoia.
And Parrott's one of those sophomores, along with Tuzignot, who has really shined throughout this whole season. Not the highest score, but definitely always hustling.
And there's an open three from Grayson Smith, and he does not waste his opportunity, and they cut the lead back to 3. With the clock stopped at 6:59. 32 seconds on the shot clock. Galvin switches with Hammond. Hammond now at the top of the key, now with the logo. Dribbles back to reassess the situation. Parrott has it. He sees a lane inside, and he tries putting one up from an awkward angle. It doesn't fall. He does get some free throw attempts for his efforts, though. He makes his first max. Something I did notice about Sequoia, they had 5 fouls at the end of the first quarter. They were getting in a little bit of foul trouble. West Forsyth keeping it a little more clean just with 2.
I mean, saw that last game with the girls' game, and the boys also have a lot of bench depth, so it shouldn't be too much of a concern. But in a close game like this, that really is a concern.
Yeah, as Parrott misses his second one, goes 1 for 1, or 1 for 2, excuse me. And there's Goldberger. Now Holloran has it. But he's called for a travel as Tusignot comes in for Stephen Galvin. You know, Max, Tusignot was someone we really didn't see have a usual game when he played River Ridge. He only had 7 points. You know, coming off a Creekview game where he had 23, that was a bit of a night and day difference. So he'll look to get some points tonight. That'll feel good for him to get out of his slump. And there's his shot, and he does land some points for his first 2 of the night. I didn't realize he was already at 2 fouls. So that's why he hasn't as much playing time as usual. And more miscommunication from West Forsyth leads to a turnover for them.
Cade Lomas in for Parrott. We remember the night he had against Creekview, pushing the Chiefs over 100.
And he's clearly earned some more playing time. Usually he's not subbed in till at the very least the second half. Parker, a rare error from him as he just throws it out of bounds. Tusignot was meant for the pass. 6:08 left to go, 19-13. Sequoia's in the lead. Damerl has that. He gives it to Holloran. Holloran now to Goldberger. Goldberger down low. It's bobbled by Damerl, and Tyson Darby picks the pocket of Damerl. Parker thinks about 3. So does Lomas. There's Tusignot. He's wide open, and that clangs off the front of the iron for an easy rebound for Grayson Smith, who has the ball now on the other end and tries putting it up one-handed. The rebound's got, though, by one of his teammates, and a pass is made. It's no good now. There it is again with Damerl.
And that's one thing we usually don't see is just constant rebounding and second chance shots against the Chiefs.
Tyson Darby called for his first foul. Everyone on the floor except for Cade Lomas has 1. Tusignot has 2. Damerl makes his second, 19-15. Just a 4-point lead for Sequoia, 5:27 left to go in the second quarter. Parker Lomas now double teamed. He just throws that one up. Tusignot is able to receive it on the other end. Darby, miscommunication between him and Lomas, and that ball flies out. Coach Garden telling Tusignot to shoot that next time.
Yeah, Cardinals not very happy about that possession. Couple cross-court passes right to a turnover.
Yeah, well, he's right. Sequoia's in a little bit of a scoring drought, I mean. So shooting the ball is the cure for that most times. As Holloran being guarded by Parker. Nice little give and go from him. Leaves 2 men out wide open on the 3-point arc. And Pepin is the one who takes the 3 but misses. There's Lomas from 3. That's his spot. And just misses, just barely.
I was about to say. That would be unbelievable.
Holloran now down low to Pepin.
Lomas got up there, showed some Showed some hops there to get up to that ball. I think he swatted the arm of Pepin just a bit. So now everyone on the floor does have at least one foul.
For Sequoia, for West Forsyth, only one person has one. That's Derek Pepin, main at the line. Pepin makes his second, shortens the lead for Sequoia to just 2 now.
So Goldberg comes off the floor for Grayson Smith for the Wolverines.
Coach Carton starting to yell at his boys a little bit. They need some points. Tyler Hammond from the corner for 3 is no good. Damerl with the rebound. Now West Forsyth with an opportunity to take the lead on this possession. 4:27 left to go. And there's a corner 3-pointer shooter open. That's Sam Carter. It does not fall, though. Miscommunication between Parker and Tusing now. Parker runs into the bleachers on the other side. Now Darby down low. There's Lomas. He's got to drive inside, and he puts it up off an angle that is not usually made. And he'll get to go to the free throw line. Coach Carton really showing his frustration with his team. They have had a scoring drought here in the second quarter, 4:09.
I mean, that was a very interesting series of events.
Yes, it was.
A very beautiful rebound by Tusignot. Out of bounds pass.
Parker
almost
ran into a kid.
A child.
In the park. He's okay, though.
He is very okay. He's smiling.
Lomas makes his first. His second is up and good as well. So his first points of the night are not a 3-pointer, surprisingly. Tyson Darby checks out. That's Noah Givens in for Sequoia. A notable absence is Sam Ayinla. He was injured in the last game against River Ridge. Nice little layup there by Lachlan Povens. Now Parker on the other side gives it to Givens, but I think that was poked away by Pepin. Nice down low work from him, 21-19. But Givens does get some free throw attempts for it. 3:55 left to go now.
Parrott was going to come in for a fellow Chief, but he gets called back. I believe it's going to be Galvin, but he's getting a chat from an assistant coach right now. They're trying to recollect themselves on the defensive side of the ball as they've let this game get within 3, now 4.
Givens makes both of his 2. Parrott checks in for Tyler Hammond. Coach Carton trying to change up who's on the court, see if that will stimulate some point action. 23-19, 3:52 to go. And that was Povens who tried driving to the basket like he did on the last West Forsyth possession. Tyson Darby will come in at the next buzzer. He makes his first attempt. And Logan Parrott gets a quick 15-20 seconds on the court. And the second one's made for Povens as well.
So Halloran comes in for Sam Carter, the senior.
There's only been one lead change when Sequoia took it from West Forsyth, who had it at the beginning. But there's a poke away from Dameron. Now Givens has it on the other end for Sequoia, but an intercepted pass by Povens. He's playing well this last minute and a half. 3:34 left to go. That's Holloran who has the ball. Mid-range jumper from Dameron, or Damerell, excuse me. Givens taking it to the other end. He sets a screen for Parker, doesn't use it though. Now Galvin in the corner, pump fakes, steps inside. Nice little 2-pointer from him.
And his shots are looking clean tonight.
I was gonna say, that's a textbook shot right there. Sequoia putting on the press. Damerell to Povens. And that one's chucked away by Tyson Darby, but straight to Holloran.
And the Chiefs just seem to be panicking on the press break. They just don't seem to be making clean passes. He's going to be forcing passes to very tight spaces.
There's Holleran with a 3-ball. That does not land. Damerel nearly gets the rebound, and it's poked back away to a West Forsyth player. Noah Givens gets a well-deserved break. He made his couple free throws to make sure that West Forsyth couldn't regain the lead that they had for the majority of that first quarter. And that lead for Sequoia is only at 4, 25-21. They're on top with 2.5 minutes to go. Preston Parker just dribbling slowly down the court, trying to get his boys back in the game. There's Tuzingnaught down low. That was a good look.
Very good look. Just a
misplaced
pass.
Yeah, Pepin was ready for it. Now Holleran at the high post. He switches with Damerel. Now it's in the corner with Pepin. And a nice little tip away from Tuzing now. He dives for it and gives the ball to Parker. Nice move from him. Parker for 3. Oh, and that's a nice 3 from Preston Parker.
Beautiful turn of events right there. They needed a big momentum shift, and they got just that.
And Tuzing now putting his body on the line to maintain possession and just dish that off to Parker. 1:50 left to go, 28-27. Sequoia doing well to extend their lead. It was as close as 2 at one point. There's a 3-ball and an answer from Grayson Smith and West Forsyth as a timeout's called by Coach Carden. And Coach Carden doesn't look very happy. He wants his boys to start shooting that ball because West Forsyth looking scary here.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the first possessions where West Forsyth has actually settled down and run like a setup screen play. I mean, that worked perfectly. If head coach Hurt wants to run something, that might be exactly it because the Chiefs really had no idea what to do. But on the offensive side of the ball, the Chiefs are playing great. Their shots are falling. They're being aggressive towards the rim. Willoughby hasn't had that many minutes, and I think that was a kind of intimidating force down low. He's a huge player. But right now, they're making it from outside. Parker's making it. Tuzingnaugh's driving. It's a good game right now.
Yeah, and Max, you know, we talked about how West Forsyth had 24 turnovers last night. I think if Sequoia can lock it up defensively, I mean, West Forsyth is going to make the mistakes, I think, as long as Sequoia puts on the pressure. And they've let up a little bit on the pressure as they've been trying to focus offensively. But if they can balance that out again as they're starting to score more points, then West Forsyth could gift them more opportunities in the future. With 1:32 left to go in the second quarter, Sequoia has the ball coming right out of the timeout. And there's Parker, who tries a mid-range shot of his own, does not fall. But Sequoia does retain possession. Just a 4-point lead for Sequoia. And batted away by Holleran, but Galvin is right there. Now Hammond out wide. Parker for a 3-ball once again, and that falls just out the front of the rim, but he gets his own rebound and, drives down low. But he's double-teamed, and he gets his rebound again.
Preston Parker to Preston Parker to Preston Parker.
Great grit from Preston Parker to stay with it.
I mean, he might not be having his best shooting night. That's one of his second possessions, missing a layup just wide open. But he is putting the hustle nonstop. He's reading he's following his shot, pardon me. He is nonstop hustling.
He's staying with it, and he is getting the fruits of his effort. 53 seconds left to go in this half. Cade Lomas coming in for Tyler Hammond, so Coach Carden maybe looking to Cade to quickly shock this West Forsyth defense and just get a big old lead going into halftime. There's Tuzingnaught, nice. He tries to do a spin move, but Damerel not fooled by it at all and bats it away out of bounds. 46.8 seconds left to go, 22 on the shot clock. Tuzingnaught gets the long pass from Galvin. Now Galvin goes over to the left side. Parker's at the logo. Looking for some options. Darby and Galvin running around trying to create something. Tuzingnaught has it. 3 seconds on the shot clock. He's got to do something with it. And he puts it up. And he makes it. Oh, my goodness. Wow. That looked like a last-ditch effort. He had to go around a defender. As play is stopped. For, I think that was a foul?
I believe they're changing the point to a 2, not a 3. 5-2 not. I guess his foot was on the line.
Still, either way, a pretty
Very
amazing
impressive,
shot. 10 seconds left for West Forsyth. That's Pepin dribbling it in. He tries putting it up, but Galvin's got good defense, and he can't get past it. 1 second left. A last-ditch effort from Tyson Darby is no good. So, Max, again, only one lead change in this game. West Forsyth had it for the majority of the first quarter. Once Sequoia's got it back, you know, West Forsyth was as close as 2, but it's 8 going into the locker rooms. What did Sequoia do to maintain that lead they had?
I mean, they didn't let, as you said, the game went really close. They didn't let that pressure really let it define what they ran on offense. They didn't crack under pressure. They slowed down just like they always do. They're very fast-paced plays, but they really are very under control. While on the other hand, I feel like West Forsyth on offense, unless it's on a fast break and they're just laying up on the basket on when it's supposed to be fast-paced, it's usually out of control a decent amount of time, and they're just passing the ball around. On that play where I said that Pepin got that 3, it was very nice to watch, a very important, very impressive screens all around, just seeming out of control. They're on pace for below their average on offense, but their defense has been playing very well against a high-powered Sequoia team.
Yeah, and Sequoia, when they really locked up those windows of passing, because, I mean, West Forsyth has great passing between. They're just very creative and quick with it. But once Sequoia locked it up, it was hard for West Forsyth to get in it. I mean, they still are in it, just 8 points left.
Yeah.
But we'll see what Coach Daniel or what Frederick Hurt draws up in the locker room for West Forsyth to get back in this one and get out of the 8-point deficit they're in. So we'll see in about 10 minutes on the other side of the break.
So please direct your attention to the same court. Ladies and gentlemen, now supporting our junior chiefs tonight in recognition of the future of Sequoia basketball, we would like to introduce you to the Sequoia Junior Chiefs boys team. First is our 6th grade boys team. This team has put together an incredible start for Sequoia Junior Chiefs basketball. They were the pool winners and the tournament runner-ups in all 3 of the Rise preseason, the Gerald Warner Parson Pool Thanksgiving tournament, and the William Fox Christmas tournament, posting a 12-3 record in 3 tournaments. They currently have an overall record of 23 wins and only 6 losses. They have a region record of 7-1 and will enter the postseason CCJBC tournament as a number 2 seed out of the East region. This group of young men play great together as a team, and we are excited to see them continue to grow. We look forward to great things to come from them over the next few years. Now introducing your 6th grade junior chiefs. Number 1, Landon Patrick. Number 2, Micah Andrew. Number 3, Grant Stevens. Number 4, Ethan Adams. Number 5, Bishop Freeman. Number 11, Chase Higgins. Number 21, Nate Barber. Number 22, Hudson Mitchell. Number 23, Blake McNeil. Number 24, Bowden Kennedy. Number 34, Brown Palika. Team manager and assistant coach, Aiden Adams. Assistant coach, Scott Barber. And head coach, Sequoia alumni, former Sequoia varsity head coach, Jeremy Adams. Next is our 7th grade boys team. This team has put together another incredible year. After finishing in the Final and posting an overall record of 24-8 last year. They have followed it up with an overall record of 21-5 this season, giving them a 2-year total so far of 45 wins and only 13 losses. They were the pool winners and placed in the Final Four of the Gerald Martin Carson Tool Thanksgiving Tournament. They have an undefeated region record of 8-0 and will enter the postseason CCJBC tournament as the #1 seed out of the East region. They play with an aggressive and relentless style of basketball all over the floor, and we look forward to great things to come from them in the postseason tournament. Now introducing your second grade junior Chiefs. Number 0, Griffin Urette. Number 2, Ethan Bisman. Number 3, William LaBarbera. Number 10, Noah Wilson. Number 12, Donovan DeGorville. Number 13, Landon Higgins. Number 15, Landon Gibbons.
Will.
Number 22, Messiah Chaudhry.
Thanks.
Number 24, Joshua Bailey. Number 32, Namdi Odemio. And number 34, Easton Brown. Assistant coach, Rick LaBarbera. And head coach, Jay Bailey. Next is our 8th grade boys team. This is a great group of young men who play hard and fast on the floor and have grown over these past few years as not only basketball players, but as young men as well. They have recorded big wins this year over Roswell and Blessed Trinity. They have played extremely hard with their attacking full court pressure style of play in all of their games. They have earned all of our respect for the manner in which they have represented Sequoia basketball. We all look forward to them joining the high school Chiefs next season and can't wait to see great things from them as they help continue Sequoia's winning tradition. Now introducing your 8th grade junior Chiefs. Number 0, Nate Gittersonke. Number 1, Rasul El-Sani. Number 2, Shad Jefferson. Number 3, Maddox Floyd. Number 4, Landon Hernandez. Number 5, Cam Fitzpatrick. Number 10, Braylon Bannister. Number 11, Braden Smith. Number 14, Nolan Pula. Number 21, Lincoln Cole. Number 22, Eli
All right, welcome back to the War Lodge with the game between the Sequoia Chiefs and the West Forsyth Wolverines. It's 32-24. Sequoia's on top. There's only been one lead change in this game.
So it's kind of similar to that girls' game if you were here for that one. It was kind of full command from the Chiefs from the get-go. But we have a whole other half to play. A very competitive game through that whole first half. And, I mean, the Wolverines are no way out of it with the production their offense can bring to the table.
Yeah, and the one lead change would make it seem like it's been Sequoia's game this whole time, but really it's been really close. West Forsyth, we saw them draw as close as 2, as there's Stephen Galvin who pops a quick three-pointer, but that clangs off the front of the iron. There's Braden Holleran on the other end for West Forsyth. Now a drive in from Sam Maynard, and he'll get an and one.
And Maynard is a very strong physical player down low. Has a great mid-range game as well, but he is known for physical drives. Has had a couple of 20-point games recently. On a great streak right now.
And he misses the and one attempt max. Just looking at the West Forsyth roster, they have 3 guys that are 6'5", 1 that's 6'6", 1 that's 6'7", and 2 more that are 6'4". So they have a lot of really tall guys on their team. But Sequoia's been keeping up height-wise. There hasn't been too many battles down low in the paint.
I do not know exactly what.
I thought I heard the ref say something about a shot clock, but
too.
It didn't change at all. Maybe it was just a sub, I'm not sure. Either way, we're back underway. Double teamed from Stephen Galvin. Logan Parrott, that leaves him way open, and his 3 falls short. Galvin gets the rebound, though. Now out to Parker. He's open with his 3 of his own, and that's an air ball from him.
And not common from Parker right there. But good rebound on there by Galvin. Loving the physicality that Galvin has brought to the table. Doesn't usually have that ferocity in him. Usually just a great shooter outside, but he has come to play tonight, and it's very obvious.
West Forsyth now hollering to Maynard. Maynard's being double teamed by Parrott and Darby. But a foul is called on Sequoia. That's Parrott.
That's the second.
Sequoia pretty even with the scoring. Preston Parker has 7. I believe he is the lead scorer, so it's being distributed fairly. As there's an open 3-point attempt for Lachlan Povens, and a rebound is got by Sam Maynard. He puts it back in for 2.
Here comes Maynard coming alive. His rebounding is where he gets most of his points on the offensive side of the boards.
Sequoia yet to score in this second half. West Forsyth has scored 4 to shorten the lead to 4. Preston Parker has it at that high post. He dribbles to his right and then a little turnaround step back. Nice shot from him.
See, you have those missed layups from Parker, and then you have those completely beautiful step back maneuvers.
Just similar to that one that Galvin had.
And you have plays like that. He is just an all-star player. That's why those layups are so surprising, just usually not like him.
A great charge taken by Preston Parker. As soon as he would hit, he just locked up and fell right back.
And that's why they practice that drill before the game, you know. Always useful.
And he has the ball now for Sequoia. 6:08 left in the third quarter. 34-28 Sequoia. Galvin dribbles inside, finds Darby open in the corner, and he's got a 3. He'll cash in a few points to get to 5 as he trips there, and that leaves the door open for Maynard, who dribbles in, but Galvin's there, excuse me, but Darby did make a recovery. .547 left to go in the third. Sequoia already has 3 fouls this quarter. Oh, there's a nice screen set up by Damerel, but an air ball from Goldberger leaves the ball open for Darby to get the rebound. Parrott the other way. Misses that layup. So Forsyth will slow it down, but now speed it up with a quick pass to Goldberger. There's Povens down low. Or excuse me, that's Sam Maynard. 5:21 left to go.
Both teams are pushing it really fast right now. Kind of slowing it down now, but that was a really very fast-paced streak.
Yeah, it's a back-and-forth track meet here early in the third.
That's going to be Maynard's, I believe, third foul. Indeed, that's a big story. He's a very physical player down low.
Yeah, he's got 6. Him and Brandon Goldberg are the lead scorers, at least on the floor, for West Forsyth, both with 6 points of their own. Tyler Hammond gets his 7th, an opportunity for his 8th here. Preston Parker's at 9. He's the closest to double digits for the Chiefs. And Hammond does make his 2nd, so he's at 8 now. A quick double team full court press by Tyson Darby and Logan Parrott. Now it's Hammond and Parrott.
I believe Hammond got the wrist of Maynard there. That's going to be Hammond's 2nd. And, you know, we always talk about the spread around scoring, and it's really come up tonight again. 9, 5, 7, 6, 4 points off the scoreboard right now.
For both teams, though. And there's a 3-point attempt from Goldberger in the corner, and he makes his first. Tyson Darby inbounds it real fast. West Forsyth barely has time to get set. Both teams are running tempo, and that pass is thrown away by Parker. That's not the first time we've seen him do that tonight. He might just be a little off with his communication. He might not be on the same page with the rest of his teammates.
Yeah, but, you know, it's good to see after that play, he talks with Darby. He says, hey, it's my bad. You know, it's always good to be very...
Take ownership of it, forget it. Worry about the next possession. And down low is Maynard. Gets a foul. Tyson Darby's a little confused there, still his hands in the air, trying to show the ref that he didn't touch him, but it's too late. The whistle has been blown already.
Just looked to be stuck in that position, out of shock. But, I mean, 2 points right here. That can be a 4-point game. They cannot let up. Pardon me. Sequoia cannot let up off the gas pedal right now. They could have to start getting their offensive going again.
And Max, last time West Forsyth was in this neighborhood, we saw Coach Carden go to his bench, get a few players that don't normally get subbed in as early as they did. We saw Cade Lomas there, Noah Givens even for a little bit. Trying to get something new, something different for Sequoia to look for offensively. As Maynard makes his 2nd. He goes 1 for 2 at the line.
I believe he has a cut or something that he's showing.
Now Parrott in the corner for 3. He missed his first one, and he misses that one as well. Tyler Hammond tips the rebound to himself. Galvin slips a little bit. We saw Darby slip over there earlier as Parker inside the paint puts it up. There's Willoughby.
And look at Parrott go. He is going after that ball. Fantastic pressure by the sophomore Logan Parrott.
Parrott has played really good defense. We've seen him. He's been the double teamer down low with either, Stephen Galvin or Tyler Hammond right from the inbound pass. And nice job from him to try and get it away as Matlock Gemberling comes into the game for Sequoia. So does Cade Lomas.
Now, that's Brennan Tuzignot coming back in. And I was about to mention, after I said Logan Parrott was getting some points, his fellow sophomore, Brennan Tuzignot, hadn't been in the whole second half.
Yeah, he has 3 fouls.
Yeah, he has 3 fouls. That's a big story.
And Sequoia's at 5 with still 4:22 left to play in the third quarter. That could be a story to follow for West Forsyth as that goes in for Dameril. 41-36, 5-point lead now for Sequoia.
The Chiefs just not getting back on press in time.
Tuzignot for a 3. Hits off the front of the rim and falls to the ground for an easy West Forsyth rebound. 3:57 left to go. There's a 3-point trying to respond, and he does. Dameril, 5 points in the last 2 possessions.
2-point game.
And Galvin for 3 rattles out. West Forsyth with an opportunity to take the lead now.
A little bit of a waste of possession. Saw the first shot and took it. Usually not what the Chiefs do. Might be feeling the pressure right now.
Dameril's got to be the guy. He's got two baskets in as many possessions. And he has it. Oh, nice behind the back pass to Dameril. And down low. Thought that was hit away by Gemberling.
The foul was actually on Gemberling.
Hit away a little too physically. And a timeout from Coach Carden. Max, if you're Coach Carden, what do you need to tell your boys to get them back in this and not let West Forsyth steal the lead away?
I mean, as I said, they're getting kind of flustered with the passes out of bounds and passes over each other's heads are kind of adding up all of a sudden, and they're kind of getting a little bit tense, and you can tell that West Forsyth has all momentum. Sequoia just really needs to take a deep breath on offense. Defense, they're playing fine, just need to get Dameril under control. On the offensive side of the ball, they're running their plays fine. It's just the shots are not falling, and down low, they're not rebounding nearly enough. I mean, it was Galvin in the first half and Hammond a little bit, but really the big men down low are not rebounding. It's the rebounding, boxing out specifically, because West Forsyth has all momentum right now.
Yeah, and it seems, honestly, a very similar pattern, the same storyline really from the first half, where we saw Sequoia get a little flustered. Coach Carden had to bring some new guys in to try and get some different looks, different opportunities, and then West Forsyth pulled within very close, in fact, 2 points to the lead where they're at now. But they have a chance to tie it up uncontested as Dameril's at the line. And he makes his first one, so it's a 1-point game, and he's still got one more to shoot with an opportunity to get his 9th point of the night and put his team tied with Sequoia, and he does. So it's a brand new game with 3:23 left to go in the third. Gemberling comes out, and Coach Carden has his starters on. Sands, Logan Parrott, Tyson Darby's on the bench still. And Coach Carden will look to Preston Parker to get his teammates back in the drill, back in what they know how to do, and that's score points and control the game. There's Logan Parrott, but his shot falls down low. Willoughby, hard man to get a rebound off of.
And Carden is just not having right now. His offense is not playing how he wants them to.
Carter to Willoughby, who's up top. Now to Holleran. 3-point attempt, fools Parrott. And there's Holleran, nice swing passing from West Forsyth. They're unable to capitalize and get the lead. It's still a tie game. And Parrott draws a foul.
Yeah, and that was Carter just going off after the rebound pretty physically. He knew right when he fouled him, too.
Sequoia has 6 fouls. West Forsyth just with 3. Preston Parker is in the double digits with scoring. He's at 11. And there's a long 3-point attempt from Tuzingnot. He doesn't make it. He's been a bit off tonight, only 4 points for him.
And props to Parrott down low, attempting to rebound against the big Banks Willoughby. I mean, he has to be at least a couple inches taller than Parrott. 4, it says on the chart, at least. That's a tall task.
That was a good one, Max.
Oh, I didn't even realize I did it.
2:22 left to go in the third quarter. Still a tie game. Since Dameril's 2 free throws to tie the game up, no points have been scored. There's Willoughby, as you said, Max, being guarded by Stephen Galvin. And there's a screen play setting up a 3 for Grayson Smith. No good, but Dameril gets the rebound. He's having a nice third quarter, and he's in double digits at 11 points. And West Forsyth has their first lead since the first quarter. Galvin trying 3, doesn't fall. Nice rebound from Sam Carter, way to be there.
I almost thought no one touched Preston Parker and he fell, but he gets charged for the foul against Povens.
It looked similar to the play where he got the charge call, but I guess the ref saw something that we couldn't.
And I mean, on that last possession for Sequoia, I mean, they launch up one shot, and no one is putting a body on anyone. The rebounding is not there.
Yeah, but also it was good. Lachlan Povens was the one who got the rebound and then actually took it all the way down.
Yeah.
And made the free throw there. But yeah, he was boxing out Stephen Galvin, and because the rebound came right back in Galvin's direction. But Povens' good boxing out led to an eventual basket and one. And there's Parker swinging it out. Parrott takes one step back and drains a 3. That's what Sequoia needed to get him back within 2. 46-44. There's a full court press. Preston Parker, Tyler Hammond, and Logan Parrott all getting in on that action. Now West Forsyth has numbers. Sequoia gets back, though. Trying for a corner 3. Hammond pokes it away. Now Preston Parker gets it, slows it down. opportunity to take the lead. Sequoia needs to take more than one shot here, Max. And there's that first shot, and Preston Parker makes it. Ooh,
You know, usually we don't want the first shot, but when Preston Parker's on, he's on.
And there's a three-point trying to respond, and he does. Grayson Smith. And the coaches will take a quick pause after some exchanging of baskets that now has West Forsyth only in the lead by 1 with 1:04 left to go in the third. Max, Sequoia has 7 fouls, though.
Wow, I didn't even realize that. Matt, I knew it had been adding up all game. You were saying he has 2 fouls, he has 3, but 7 really early in this second half. That could easily add up down the stretch. That's Tuzignot with 3. He's been doing good. He came in late in the third quarter, and he's been playing really clean. But these other players are getting fouls late right now that could easily add up late.
Yeah, Preston Parker has 2. He's got the most points for Sequoia right now. He's at 14. And actually, it's still Dameril with 11 for West Forsyth, who's got the most points. He's had a really good third quarter, actually.
Yeah. He's probably the driving factor of that comeback.
Yeah, he made the 2 free throws to tie the game up, as well as 5 points in back-to-back possessions earlier in the third quarter. And the clock's now under 1 minute as Sequoia has the ball, trying to regain their lead. There's Tyler Hammond. He makes a move. He's double-teamed down low quickly, so he has to get rid of it. There's Logan Parrott now. Only one person on the other end. That's Tuzignot. He drives inside now. Tries to put it up. Galvin tries for the rebound.
I believe he got fouled on the way up.
Yeah, they're going to call Sam Carter for the foul.
I don't know if it was on the floor or shooting. And they're going to call him going up. And Coach Hurt is not like that. But Galvin will take them and can tie this game up.
Now another opportunity to take tie it up and then take the lead on free throws. Galvin makes his first. Or sorry, just tied up. Galvin makes it 48-49 in West Forsyth's favor. 40.5 seconds to go. Sequoia now at 8 fouls. They just keep adding up. 5 seconds difference between the shot clock and the play clock. West Forsyth has it down low.
And they got 9 fouls. I believe they're in the double bonus. And that's sending Maynard, a very good mid-range shooter and free throw shooter, to the line.
Yeah, and Maynard hasn't played at all this third quarter because he's at 3 fouls, similar to the Tuzignot situation. But Coach Frederick Hurt put him in later than Cardin put in Tuzignot. Maynard making it look easy, not wasting his opportunity at the easiest points in the game. So 49-49. Oh, 50-49. I had to update the scoreboard still. And he makes his second. So West Forsyth in the lead by 2. The shot clock doesn't matter for Sequoia. If they play it right, they can get the lead with the last shot. They'll need a 3, though. Preston Parker has the ball. He's just dribbling, trying to waste time. Now he drives in low.
And Coach Hurt is not having it with these refs right now. And that's sending Parker to the line.
I think I heard Coach Hurt tell us, guys, I just told you he's going to do it, and then he did it. So Preston Parker proving how good he's going to be, being predictable but still untouchable.
And that puts him at 15.
Now an opportunity for him to tie it up with 6.6 seconds left to go. Tyson Darby subbed in for Brendan Tuzignot. West Forsyth still in the lead. 3 seconds, 2, 1, and Hammond throws it up. Falls just short. That was actually pretty close from where he shot it from.
Hit the net. That was kind of close.
It didn't look like he put that much effort into it, but it still managed to almost go in. So going into the last quarter of play, it's 51-50. Max, we went into the half, or we came out of the locker room, I should say, with Sequoia in the lead. I think it was by 8. But West Forsyth has gotten it back and proved that they can hang with this Sequoia team. We knew it was going to be a close game, and this is a really close and really good game.
I mean, that comeback was kind of charged by Damerl. I mean, he really showed up down low with a bunch of post moves and a couple outside shots that really started the comeback, and everyone kind of surrounded around him, and the Chiefs didn't really respond until it was too late. But they're right back in this game now. It's like you said, it's a brand new ball game. 0-0, only 1 quarter to play. That's all you got.
Yeah, they keep changing the scoreboard, so I think it is 51-51.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's something going on with the scoreboard. It should be 51-51 though.
So it is tied up.
Yeah.
Yeah, after just one lead change the whole first half, it changed lead quite a few times during that third quarter, but now it's tied, so it's up for grabs. Sequoia will start with the possession, so an opportunity to get the lead and hopefully not lose it for them, as their double team press off the inbound pass has been proving to be very good, and I think Logan Parrott has been the best example of that. And Sequoia's foul is also reset for the quarter. So West Forsyth no longer in double bonus as Preston Parker tries for a 3, but it does not fall. Now West Forsyth just throwing it around the arc, tip, a little poke away by Preston Parker there.
And Parker's layups, some of his shots might not be falling, but his defense has really been impressing me tonight. Usually he's known for his offense, but his defense has been highlighting it.
I mean, he does have 16 points though, Max. We can't forget about that.
Yeah.
Just shows how good he is on both sides of the court. Hammond has the ball. He switches with Galvin. Galvin sees a lane inside, but it's cut off as Hammond just throws that one, and Damerl's confident and ready just to let it hit off of him and go out of bounds. So Sequoia gets a chance to reset now. Choosing not right off the 3. And that doesn't make, he's 0 for 3 in 3-point attempts in this half. Holleran has the ball for West Forsyth. He gives that to Damerl. He's being guarded by Hammond. Preston Parker steps up before Goldberger can get a 3-point attempt. Now it's on the floor. They're fighting for it.
That's going to stay West Forsyth ball.
.654 left in this one, 53-51. West Forsyth is on top. Mid-range jumper from Goldberger. That's a nice looking shot.
Yeah, he's been impressing me all game. I mean, he came out strong with a couple big threes to open it up for the Wolverines. Kind of went quiet, but he has come alive in the second half.
So Sequoia hasn't made a basket in a minute 20 at all in this fourth quarter, which has allowed West Forsyth to come out to a 4-point lead. Tyson Darby, nice physical rebound. He puts it back up and gets the and one. That was a nice play from Tyson Darby, who we didn't see play very much because of foul trouble in the third quarter. And Max, looking at the scoreboard, Tuzingnot, Darby, and Tyler Hammond all with 3 fouls. Parker with 2, Stephen Galvin with 1.
And on that play, Damerl thought he had a jump ball. He was upset, you could tell.
And for West Forsyth, it's Maynard, Damerl, and Goldberger all with 11 points. Grayson Smith with 6 and Holleran with none. 55-54, Sequoia within 1. 6:14 left to go in the fourth quarter. There's Damerl at the top of the key. And nice defense by Parrott, goes off of a Wolverine player last, so it's Sequoia's ball.
And you know, some players like haven't been boxing out, I've been saying that, but Parrott has been nonstop hustling on the rebound, always following a shot, constantly going up against bigger dudes.
Nice mid-range jumper. The glass is open for Preston Parker as he banks that one off the backboard. And Sequoia has the lead now after West Forsyth stole it back. Sequoia takes it right back in the opening minutes of the fourth quarter. But the door's open. Sequoia makes a block, though, so they have an opportunity to extend the lead, but it's hit out of bounds. Choosing now comes in for Logan Parrott. And, you know, Max, Logan Parrott really, defense has been where he's thrived and shined tonight, but he also has 7 points to show for. And we talked about how the scoring has been very evenly distributed among this Chiefs team. There's Galvin. Oh, those mid-range jumpers of his are nice. That one didn't look like it was going to make it, but it just toilet bowled in. So extends the lead to 3 for Sequoia. 5:15 left to go in the fourth.
That puts Galvin into double digits now at 10.
There's Maynard dribbling behind his back, but to no avail. Goldberger has it now. Holleran being guarded by Darby. That's 2-on-2. Mid-range jumper by Goldberger. Bounces off the front of the rim. Hammond's there for an easy rebound. And a little running pass to Darby down low. But didn't look like the play they wanted was quite planned out. So 4:39 left in this one. Preston Parker thinks about 3, then takes it, and he makes it. So 61-55. Sequoia increases the lead to 6. Max, after West Forsyth scored 4 unanswered to begin the fourth quarter, Sequoia's come roaring back, and now they're ahead by 6.
Yeah, 10-0 run. I mean, their offense has found something, obviously. And I'm especially impressed with their defense, and it's meeting them right outside the arc. They are pressuring first thing. They're on the passes and reading them very well. And down low, they're not letting any lanes open for the drives to actually happen anymore. This 10-0 run has to be – you have to talk about the defense if you talk about how they've really extended this lead.
Yeah, you're 100% correct. And Preston Parker now at 21 points. We said Galvin has 10. Tusing now only has 4, but that's mainly due because he's been foul trouble for most of the third quarter. He sat out most of that, but I'm sure he'll play as the minutes go on. And if this one gets closer, then Coach Carden will definitely want Tusing now, one of his best shooters on the floor, to bail him out. And Tyson Darby has 8, and Hammond has 7. Darby and Hammond both have 3 fouls as well. But, you know, as many fouls as some of these guys have, they're still making sure to chip in offensively. It really, really has been a team effort. There's Goldberger for the Wolverines. Now down low to Dameril. And he puts it over Tyson Darby's head. Nice move by him to get past a couple defenders. And Max, Sequoia with 0 fouls at this point in the last quarter. They were already at 4, but it's a quick transition from Dameril and a dunk put up by him. A nice slam, but quick transition now from Sequoia. Parrott has to fight for it to maintain possession. Tusing now slows it down now, switches with Parker. Parker at the logo. Calling for a play to be made, and that's Parrott who has it at the high post. Now to Darby. Darby thinks about 3. Now Parker with 3. He's hot, and he makes it again. Another 3 from Preston Parker.
Man.
To extend the lead and answer the dunk that Dameril had.
I was saying, oh, he's having a great defensive night. He said, Max, I'm proving you wrong. I'm putting 24 points on you.
And Dameril with a 6'6" frame, I guess it's not as hard for him to get up and dunk it. And there's Holleran, who's still scoreless. 64-59, 3:10 left to go. Parker dishes it out to Galvin, now around to Tusing, now to Parrott. Sequoia showing West Forsyth some of that great passing that the Wolverines have been doing. And a foul on Goldberger, that's his 3rd. Dameril at 15 points, he's the lead scorer for West Forsyth. And obviously Preston Parker with 24. Every time we say it's a team effort, Preston Parker scores more points and says, No, I'm the lead scorer.
And I mean, coming into this game, it was kind of really even between Tusignant and Parker. But I mean, Tusignant only has 4 and Parker has 24. So really, it's great to see that. Like, if one player has an off game, Tusignant only with 4, the other player comes out with a very hot game. It's really great to see the teamwork and the all-around scoring.
And encouraging for Coach Carden, knowing that if one of his guys is off, another one will step up for sure. There's that double team. This time it's Galvin and Tusignant putting on the pressure. 2:55 left to go. Sequoia with a 6-point lead. Still no fouls, so they've been showing great discipline compared to that third quarter where they had 10. And it goes off the foot of Tusignant. He tries getting it, but West Forsyth pokes it out, and now they have it. Darby putting on defense, but he'll let up a little bit to let the Wolverines get to the other end of the court. And now down low, it's Maynard, and he puts that up. It's no good. Tusignant has it. Sequoia's got numbers. It's 3-on-2. Galvin looks for Cade Lomas, but he says, I'll put that one in myself. He's at 12 now.
And Galvin has really been impressing me with how physical and aggressive he's playing tonight. His outside shooting has been lights out, obviously, but just his drives, hasn't made all of them, but when he has, it's been very, very smooth, very, very simple.
2:04. Clock hasn't stopped much in this quarter, Max. It's been pretty back and forth. And, yeah, really a track meet of a quarter. And let's just talk about Sequoia's discipline. I mean, last quarter they had 10 fouls, and they're at 0 at this point. I think they were at like 8 fouls already.
I mean, Carden must have said something, because we know when he says something to his team, he really means it. He must have said something, go from 10 to now 0 with on the latter part of this fourth quarter. I mean, if they didn't clean that up, I mean, a good 2 or 3 players could have easily been out by now. And that could have had a huge impact on the outcome of this game. Yeah,
we saw 3 of them had to sit out a lot of the third quarter due to foul trouble. But, I mean, they put all that energy into their defense, now into their offense as they've extended the lead more and more. The lead is at 8 as the timeout finishes, and we send you back to the court for some more action. 2:04 left to go. Coach Carden looking much happier than he was earlier in this game, Max, when he was yelling at his players to score some points. As they are doing that now, I'm sure he's happy. But it's still close. There's still time. West Forsyth could, just 3 or 4 shots, quickly evaporate the lead that Sequoia has built up. And there's a 3-pointer that could do it. Damerl, nice 3 from him. He's at 18. He's having a night. And he'll get an and 1. Chance to make it a 4-point play.
That's going to be Tusignant's 4th foul. So he's 1 away. He was playing very clean this whole half up until just then.
And only 3 points for Damerl. So 5-point lead for Sequoia, 146. This could come down to the last seconds here, Max. Hammond double teamed, and that one's tipped up by Lachlan Povens, but he's double teamed by himself. And a foul goes the other way for Sequoia. That's Tyson Darby. So quickly, Darby and Tusignant now with 4. Just as we were saying how little fouls they have, they suddenly get 4 after that timeout in just 30 seconds. Here's Holleran. Chance to pull within as close as 2, but that's wasted by Damerl as he throws it out. I think it was Holleran who was intended for it, but lack of communication is a turnover. There's another timeout, though. Coach Carden wanting to get his boys back and strategize a little bit. So 1:26 left to go in this one. Still a 5-point lead for Sequoia. Preston Parker at 24 points on the night. Stephen Galvin's at 12. Lead scorer for the Wolverines is Damerl at 18. Maynard has 11.
And we haven't seen much of Maynard in this fourth quarter.
I think it's Goldberger has 11 as well, although I think Goldberger's in foul trouble. Because, most of his points came in that first quarter. He jumped out. I think he made, like, as you said, 2
or 3 threes.
Yeah, 2 or 3 threes just in the first quarter. And that was one of the reasons that West Forsyth was able to jump out to their early lead, thanks to thanks to some three-point shooting. But Parker's been pretty solid on three-pointers of his own. That's what's run up his score total, as all the players are in one bunch. But I'm sure it makes sense, and there's Tusing now who has it open, trying to avoid the full court press. And Parker does have it. West Forsyth will let him walk down the court with no pressure. He's at the logo, though. Hammond now back to Parker, still at the logo. A foul from Holleran. 1:03 left to go.
I believe the clock was still running once that foul was called.
So 1:10 now. So the shot clock and play clock are reset accordingly.
Ooh, Hammond was open right there.
Still just a 5-point game. And that's another foul, as West Forsyth has a couple fouls to give now. They're at 4. Galvin looking for someone to inbound it to. He finds Darby on the other end. There's a foul from Sam Maynard. As Sequoia, when they get the ball, they're just trying to hold it to maintain the possession, to hold on to the lead that they have. Prem Stanley, the 5'10 senior, checked in for the first game for West Forsyth. Galvin dishes it back to Preston Parker, who's on the other half. Preston Parker's looking behind him. He doesn't want to be fouled. Clock is stopped at 1 minute exactly. This could be a long last minute of play, Max.
Yeah, I was about to say, they reset that clock. It seemed like a minute or two ago, and it's only been 10 seconds.
10 seconds of game time.
Yeah.
More than that of actual time. Still a 5-point lead. Now the clock ticks past past a minute. Darby's all by himself on the other end, and he does Coach Carden and the Sequoia Chiefs a favor by building up their lead even more. Now 7 points. The lead for Sequoia, 47.6. Max, if you're Coach Frederick Hurt for West Forsyth, what do you have to tell your guys to do to try and make a last-ditch effort to get the lead?
I mean, they haven't had many huge, plays. They had Goldberger in the first quarter, who had a lot of threes in the beginning. But since then, we haven't had too many threes besides Goldberger and Damrell. So if you want to have a three-point play right here, go for one of those two, because we saw Damrell go on that potential 4-point play when he made that three a while ago. But, I mean, it might have to be 2 points here, 2 points there if you want to come back in this one, because it's not necessarily that you have this automatic three-point shooter. You have Holleran, but he hasn't been playing most of this game. So
yeah, and he also doesn't have any points, so his arm's been a little cold this game. But I would say, yeah, if you want one guy that you got to go to, it's got to be Damrell, who is the lead scorer at 18, 7 points ahead of the second place scorer for West Forsyth. And he is on the court, so if it's him, we'll probably see it in just a second. 47.6, the ball is inbounded now for West Forsyth. There's Povens now to Maynard, over to Holleran, and there is Damrell. He drives inside, puts it up off the glass. It's no good. Rebound's got by Goldberger, and he puts that in for the and one. 33 seconds left to go. 69-64, 5-point game.
And that right there is Tyson Darby's 5th foul. But, I mean, a great scoring game by Tyson Darby. 10 points. I would say above his average usually. Usually a defensively focused player, but got to double digits tonight.
Shows you how much teamwork has been put into this game for Chiefs. That free throw is missed.
That's Damrell's 4th foul right there. It's time for the bonus for Sequoia. So yeah, 31.3 seconds left.
Choosing now to take the free throws for Sequoia. Choosing now still at 4 points. He's got 4 fouls, 4 points, and he wears number 4. Now he's got 5 points. Chance to make it 6 here. Chance to increase the lead to 7 for Sequoia. As you see, Noah Givens getting ready to be subbed in. And he comes on for Logan Parrott. We saw Givens in the first quarter when Coach Carden was trying to change it up, get his guys to score. As no shot clock on the floor, 7-point lead there for Sequoia. And nice job by Galvin to poke that away. Parker puts it up easily and increases the lead now to 9, 15 seconds left to go. West Forsyth drive inside by Halloran, and he gets his first points all game with 11 seconds left to go. And he goes to the line.
That's going to be Hammond's 4th, and he cannot believe it.
That shot is made for Goldberger, and he gets subbed out for Derek Pepin. 11.6 seconds left to go. Sequoia's on top, 73 to 67.
And that's a little timeout by Carton to make sure it's not 5 seconds. So 6-point game, 11.2 on the clock.
Max, if you're Coach Carden, you're just telling your guys, just, hey, when you get the ball, keep it for as long as you can. You're probably going to get fouled, but obviously try not to. No reason to shoot it.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're Coach Carden, you're trying to draw up a new play, because that one obviously was guarded really heavily by West Forsyth. And he has the board out right now. He's drawing a play down there. Just what is West Forsyth going to do to respond? It's going to have to be really fast.
Yes, it is. As you said, it's a 6-point game, so at least 3 shots if they want to get the lead here.
True.
And that's considering that Sequoia doesn't get any of those long pass, just easy layups that they've had because West Forsyth has been pressuring so heavily. We saw Preston Parker and Tyson Darby both have one of those where they were just all alone, so they bounce it off the glass for an easy 2. .2 seconds left to go. And Preston Parker is called for a travel.
Everyone's kind of stunned on the floor, but it is West Forsyth ball, and they can get right back in. That was only less than 2 seconds off the clock.
9.9 seconds left to go. Goldberger has the ball. There's a three-point, almost a three-pointer from Halloran. 6 seconds left. It was batted out by Parker. Now Parrott comes in for Cade Lomas. Halloran to inbound the ball, and he does to Damerel. He's being double-teamed, but a three-point attempt from him is no good. Ball is almost kept in by Lachlan Pobes, and time runs out. So as we welcome you into the booth for the last time tonight, Max, the final score here, 73 to 67. What went right for Sequoia there?
Well, I know this player named Preston Parker. 26 points on the night. Great night for him. 2 fouls, but he played really aggressive on defense, really clean. 26 points, obviously. A little bit slow to get started, but he built the whole game. Only ups for him. And, I mean, off game on it for Brennan Tusignot, but he played great on defense overall. A couple fouls, but obviously we know he's a great player. But just from the supporting cast, the rest of the supporting cast, Parrott, we saw a lot from Galvin, which I was very impressed with. And, I mean, for West Forsyth, they have nothing that they should really hang their heads on. They had Damerel at least 18 points. I mean, they had a lot of good defensive play. Sam Maynard came alive in that second and third quarter. I mean, they were right in this game for a majority of it. Just let it slip out of their hands near the end. A couple defensive little miss errors there. I mean, a good, clean game by both squads. Just a lot more, momentum building near the end for Sequoia.
Yeah, Galvin and Parrott really had great defensive games, but also Galvin had 12 points to show for. But, I mean, yeah, Preston Parker with 26 points. It's hard to argue with that.
Yeah.
And Damerl also for West Forsyth. I mean, his third quarter was really, I would say, what kept West Forsyth in it. And, you know, again, just one lead change in that first quarter, many just in the third quarter alone. So a great game for Sequoia, a great game for West Forsyth. It was a fun game to commentate, and it's been fun commentating these two games on a Saturday. We don't usually get to do this, but it's always fun to do something different. And our next games for Sequoia is at 6. There's a girls' game this Tuesday, the 24th, so mark your calendars, and then 7:30 is the boys' game.
We're playing Woodstock.
Yes, Woodstock, so it should be a very good matchup. As always, it's a Cherokee County game, so that means it's going to be a good game. So our final score here from the War Lodge, 73-67. The Sequoia Chiefs come out on top. And this is Will Hogendijk and Max Swain signing off.
Chiefs are headed to the Final Four.
Let's go. I got a vision I see in my head, a melody buried deep into my soul. They call us crazy, we cutting the edge, unlocking the future and letting it go. This is a calling that's higher. The time we decided our stories are gonna be told. This is where legends are born. We paving the road, a future that favors the bold. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Break the rules, break the laws. This is the moment we change it all. Yeah, greatness. Yeah, it feels like greatness. Woo! Greatness, yeah, it feels like greatness. Legendary in the making. Reach out and we take it. About to emerge, we on the verge, and it feels like greatness.